بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الصلاة والسلام على سيد الأشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين طبيب قلوبنا وطبيب نفوسنا أبي القاسم محمد
صل على محمد وآل محمد.
والصلاة والسلام على أهله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المنتجبين ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم: إن الحسين مصباح الهدى وسفينة النجاة. صلوات على محمد وآل محمد. محمد وآل محمد. Alhamdulillah, Allah Azza wa Jal, the Merciful, has blessed us yet again that in our lives we are again welcoming this month of sorrow, this month of sadness, this month of remembrance, the month of Muharram is again upon us. Allah Azza wa Jal has blessed us. Why am I saying that we have been blessed? That today we are sitting in this Majlis, we are sitting in this gathering, remembering اباعبد الحسين عليه الصلاة والسلام. The reason why this is a blessing for us, the reason why this is a rahmat, mercy from Allah Azza wa Jal, that many angels of Allah are pleading Allah, Ya Allah, give us authority, give us permission so that we can attend that place where the zikr of Muhammad and Ali Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam is taking place. We are sitting here. It is enough for us to realize that Allah has chosen us, Allah has blessed us. That's why we are sitting in such a place, in such a gathering, where the zikr of Muhammad and Ali Muhammad is taking place. This is a blessing for us. Alhamdulillah, Anjuman Ghulaman-e-Aulad-e-Zahra, Salam عليها, has been blessed to organize, to arrange this ashra for Muharram, so that together we can remember اباعبد الحسين alayhi salatu wassalam, because in today's day and age it is very important that our youth can relate with such a language that they can understand what is the mission of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam. Every year when Muharram comes, every single household throughout the world have special arrangements to remember Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam. Now today you see that all of the children, they are dressed in black. You see that all the elders, they are dressed in black. Your mothers and your sisters, they are also wearing black clothes. Why is it that when the moon of Muharram is seen, we all wear black clothes? The reason is that back in the days and even now, the color black is associated with sorrow. The color black is associated when something happens that makes you cry. When we read and we understand what happened with اباعبد الحسين, there is nothing more sorrowful that we can cry upon than the tragedy that fell upon اباعبد الحسين. There is a saying from the sixth Imam, Imam Ja'far as-Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam, Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. It is azim ibadat to recite salawat. So together with the loudest of your voices, can we have a loud salawat? Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Imam Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam says that person who is surrounded by his own tragedies, that person who has his own griefs to face. As you know that today in this world, many of us, we feel like that we are facing tragedies. We are faced with sorrows every single day. Every single one of the youth, you might feel that if today your father or your mother does not let you play on the Xbox or PlayStation, that day is a day of sorrow for you. But remember that all of these sorrows which you think are the most worst times in your lives, they are not compared to the situations that Ali Muhammad faced. As I mentioned in the Majlis yesterday, Ali Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam sacrificed everything. They sacrificed their country, their city. They left Medina, they traveled to Karbala. They sacrificed their children. They sacrificed their elders. They sacrificed everything that they had. Why? Because they wanted to save the religion of Islam. That today, if we are sitting in our homes and we are reciting La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah Aliyun Waliullah, it is all due to the sacrifice of Ali Muhammad. Ali Muhammad gave everything so that today we can be happy in our homes. And what is it that we need to do? We need to remember Ali Muhammad. We need to remember the sacrifice that they gave for us, for the religion of Islam. So going back to the saying that I was narrating from Imam Ja'far as-Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam, Allahumma Salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Imam Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam says that when you are faced with your own tragedies, when you think that there is no one else to turn to, then remember the tragedies that fell upon اباعبد al-Hussain, because when you cry and remember your own tragedies, there is no sawab. But when you remember the tragedies that fell upon اباعبد al-Hussain, believe me when I say that when a person cries for Imam Hussain, when a person remembers Imam Hussain, Imam Sadiq says that when one tear falls from his eye, Allah Azza wa Jal makes paradise wajib upon him. When one tear falls from your eye in the remembrance of اباعبد al-Hussain, how many times have you cried when your parents have not given you the Xbox, have not given you the PlayStation, have not taken you to town? But all of these things, as you grow, as knowledge comes to you, as you understand why we have been created, when you understand the purpose of life, these things that you have in this dunya, these sources that make you happy are not always there. But the remembrance of Ali Muhammad is that happiness that will benefit you in this dunya and will benefit you on the day of Qiyamah. Because it is certain that Qiyamah will come, Day of Judgment will come, all living things will come to an end. Then tell me today that if tomorrow Qiyamah comes, if tomorrow Imam Mahdi Ajjalallahu Faraj Sharif arrives and he asks you, what have you done for the religion of Islam? Do you think that you will have a sufficient excuse when you say that my age was less? How old was Ali Asghar in Karbala? How old was Hazrat Qasim in Karbala? How old was Aun and Muhammad in Karbala? How old was Ali Akbar in Karbala? Inshallah, in the coming days we will talk about the seerah, the life of all of these personalities, so that the youth can relate with Ali Muhammad and they can understand what their purpose in life is. Every year when Muharram comes, there is a slogan that we recite, that we say until the 8th of Rabiul Awwal. That is, Labbaik Ya Hussain. Every single person, when the moon of Muharram is seen, wherever you turn your eyes to, you will see that there is written on every single wall and banners, they will say, Labbaik Ya Hussain. Every person is saying, Labbaik Ya Hussain. Why is it that every year, whenever Muharram comes, or whenever we say the name Hussain, an energy flows within our bodies? Because the name Hussain is a power given to us. Because on the 10th of Muharram, when اباعبد al-Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam said, is there anyone there to help me? These were the words of our master Imam Hussain. Do you think that when Imam Hussain ﷺ said, "Is there anyone there to help me?" was that only referring to the people present in Karbala? If it was only for the people present in Karbala, then the angels also heard this. The jinns also heard this.
MashaAllah.
But who was Imam Hussain saying this to? Today, 1400 years later, when we stand and when we say Labbaik Ya Hussain, this is dalil, this is proof that when Imam Hussain stood alone in Karbala, and when Imam Hussain said, "Hal min Nasir yansurna," today when we say Labbaik Ya Hussain, we 1400 years later, we are replying to our master, اباعبد al-Hussein, "Oh, our master, we was not there in Karbala. Our elders were not there in Karbala. Our youngsters were not there in Karbala. But today, 1400 years later, 1443, the year 2021, we are saying, Labbaik Ya Hussain. We are reminding ourselves and we are saying to اباعبد al-Hussein, "Oh Master, we are here for you today with the slogan, Labbaik Ya Hussain." Everyone together, Labbaik Ya Hussain. Together, Labbaik Ya Hussain. Again, Labbaik Ya Hussain. Labbaik Ya Hussain. Alhamdulillah, whenever we say Labbaik Ya Hussain, we feel that we are with اباعبد al-Hussein.
MashaAllah.
The love for Imam Hussain, it is a beacon of guidance, of inspiration for all Mu'mineen. Or shall I say, not just for Mu'mineen, but all humans who have respect in their hearts. They can be guided by the light of اباعبد al-Hussein. The saying of the Holy Prophet, "Inna al-Hussein misba'ul khuda wa safinatul najat."
MashaAllah.
Hussein is a light of guidance. He is a light of inspiration. He is a beacon of nur. When we say Labbaik Ya Hussain, we need to feel the power of اباعبد al-Hussein. If Imam Hussain ﷺ can change the life of Hur in one night, Hazrat Hur was with the enemy, but on the night of Muharram, as Ashur started, Hazrat Hur left everything behind and came to Imam Hussain. We might think that we are at such a stage in our life that we cannot change. You might all feel, many people, when you ask them to read namaz, they say, "Molana, we have not prayed for all of our life, then why shall we start now?" Those people that have not kept a beard all their lives, when you ask them to keep a beard, what did they say? That we have not kept it all of our life, why shall we change now? Remember that this dunya is temporary. Ali Muhammad ﷺ, who we all, I'm referring to myself, we claim to love who? Ali Muhammad. We claim to be who? Muslims. We claim to be who? Mu'min. We claim to be those that are on the wilayat of who? Ali ibn Abi Talib. What do Ali Muhammad want from us? Do Ali Muhammad ﷺ just want us to claim that we are their lovers? Do they just want us to claim that we are their followers? Do they just want us to wear black clothes for the 10 days of Muharram and remember them? And on the 11th night of Muharram we forget who اباعبد al-Hussein is? No. Amir al-Mu'mineen says that show the world that you are our followers, not through speaking. Listen carefully. What is Imam Ali saying? Do not tell the world that you are our believers, you are our followers, that you have our love through speaking. Because I can shout at the top of my voice and say that I am a follower of Ali ibn Abi Talib. Correct? You can say every single day that you are Shia. You can say every single day that you are a follower of Muhammad and Ali Muhammad. But Imam Ali ﷺ is saying, do not speak and tell people who you are, or who you believe, or who you follow. Imam is saying, through your actions, let people realize that you are our follower. Allahu Akbar. Through actions, not through speaking. Because we can all speak good. We all recite the Quran, Alhamdulillah. We all recite the namaz. We all listen to our parents. But is this sufficient to be in the good books of Ali Muhammad? Ali Muhammad say that through actions become our believers. This month of Muharram, it is a new Islamic year. But we, the believers of Muhammad and Ali Muhammad, are the only community, shall I say, in the world that begin our new year with sadness. Because there is nothing greater than the sacrifice of اباعبد al-Hussein. Many people will say to you in school, congratulations on the Islamic New Year. You might be getting many messages, but a message to you all and an answer to the question that those that do not understand the religion of Muhammad and Ali Muhammad ﷺ, when someone says to you that I want to say Happy New Year to you, say to him only this, that if we was in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and if the new month of Muharram came after the shahadat of اباعبد al-Hussein, do you think that Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam will be happy when you say Happy New Year? The Prophet will be sad. And it is only the sacrifice of اباعبد al-Hussein that people say that no, Imam Hussain sacrificed himself. And now the time has passed, we do not need to remember اباعبد al-Hussein. Ask them the question that when اباعبد al-Hussein ﷺ came into this dunya, when the Prophet laid his eyes upon Imam Hussain, when he picked up Imam Hussain, the Prophet began to cry. And he cried so much that all of his beard became wet with tears. That's how much Rasulullah cried. And he continued to cry, that the companions say that his turban, his imama opened. But still he continued to cry for اباعبد al-Hussain. Had اباعبد al-Hussain arrived in Karbala yet? No. اباعبد al-Hussain is in the palms of Rasulullah. But Rasulullah is remembering the tragedies that are going to befall Imam Hussain, and he is crying. And when this is taking place, Sayyida Fatimatu Zahra, can we have a loud salawat please? Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Sayyida Fatimatu Zahra, Salamullah عليها, is witnessing this. And she comes close to Rasulullah. She says, "Oh Father, why is it that you are crying? Has Hussain not made you happy?" Now we know that Sayyida Zahra knew, but this was a lesson for me and you. Sayyida says, "Oh Father, are you not happy that Hussain has come into this dunya?" The Prophet says, "Oh Zahra, I am happy, but Jibreel, the archangel, has told me that this is that son of mine who will be killed in Karbala, who will be killed in such a way that he will be deprived from water and food. He will have nothing. Because Fatima, end of the day, Fatima is a mother. Fatima looks at Rasulullah. Do you want to know what she says to her father? She says, "Oh Father, if my son Hussain will be killed in Karbala, then who will be with my son اباعبد al-Hussain?" The Prophet says, "Zahra, I will not be here. You will not be here. Ali will not be here. Hassan will not be here." Do you want to hear what Sayyida Fatimatu Zahra says? And the reason why I am not reciting Masayib, I am reciting this hadith so that you can understand our purpose in Muharram. Sayyida Salamullah عليها says, she says, "Oh Father, if you shall not be present, I shall not be present, Ali and Hassan will not be present, then who will remember my son Hussain? Who will cry for my son Hussain?" The Prophet of Islam says, "Oh Fatima, there will be a time Allah will make a group of people. The elders will remember your elders, the youngsters will remember your youngsters, the women will remember your women, and together they will remember اباعبد al-Hussain." When Sayyida heard this, do you know what she said? She said, "Ameen." She supplicated to Allah. The reason why you might be thinking that there are many people, why is it that we in these summer holidays, we have left everything and we are sitting here remembering اباعبد al-Hussain? As I said, the first word when I started today's lecture, I said, Alhamdulillah. Why praise Allah? Because we are those that when Sayyida said Ameen, we today are sitting here and remembering Imam Hussain. So all those people that claim to follow Ali Muhammad, all those people that claim to love Ali Muhammad, all those people that say we have the love of Ali Muhammad in our hearts, see, those who in this month of Muharram are dressed in black, are remembering Hussain, are remembering Fatimatu Zahra, are remembering the tragedies that fell upon Ali Muhammad, then they are the true believers of Ali Muhammad. So what is the moral of everything that we do? Because every action that we do in our lives, we should be getting something in return. Imam Ali said, as I'm repeating so that you can remember, Imam Ali said, not through words, but through what? Through actions. Show people that you are our follower. Now you tell me, when we go out and when we use foul language, are we representing the followers of Ali Muhammad? You know, many of you are at such an age that you might be thinking, shall I keep a beard or shall I shave? Let me give you a saying from Imam Ali, because the purpose of these lectures, the purpose that Anjuman, Ghulaman-e-Aulad-e-Zahra, Salam, عليها has arranged these 10 days for you, it is so that you can learn something from the teachings of Ali Muhammad. I am not here so that I can narrate, you listen and you go home without understanding and feeling the teachings of Ali Muhammad. Imam Ali says that person who shaves with a blade, he is not our follower. He is not our follower. It doesn't mean that you have to keep a fistful of beard, but to use a blade to shave, that is not permitted according to the teachings of Ali Muhammad. So those that have been shaving before today, it is Muharram. You have come to remember Imam Hussain. And as I said, that if Imam Mahdi Ajjalallahu Faraju Sharif comes tomorrow, this excuse is not valid that you say that, oh, I did not know, I was of young age, because your parents that have brought you here today, they have brought you so that you can listen and learn from the teachings of Ali Muhammad. I could have been anywhere in the UK, but the reason why I have taken time, and the reason why I am sitting here, and the reason why you are sitting here, is because we want to learn from the teachings of Ali Muhammad. Going back, so Imam Hussain is like a beacon of light. He is guidance for us. You know, when New Year starts, for those that are not Muslim, when their New Year starts, what do? They congratulate each other, they get together, they remember whole of the year. So when on the 31st of January, when those that do not follow Ali Muhammad, when they sit together, what do? They talk about from December to January, those good things that happened and the bad things that happened. They remember all those people that passed in that year. Is that what they do? When you go to school and your friends ask you, what did you do on New Year's Eve? Today is the beginning of the Islamic New Year. Many non-Muslims, they make resolutions. What is a resolution? They make a promise to themselves. What do they say? They say that I will do something to make myself better. Final word, and inshallah we will move on to Messiah. What do they say? I will do something to make myself a better person. For example, a person who drinks Coke, Pepsi, Tango, because there are children, these are the only examples that I am allowed to use. So let's stick with something so that the purpose is that you understand. So for example, I drink Tango and Pepsi. I will say that my New Year's resolution is this, that from tomorrow I will not drink any fizzy drinks. Reason? it will make me a better person. Because every single doctor says, do not drink fizzy drinks, because it is not good for you, correct? So when I make that niyat, that intercession will be from Allah and Ali Muhammad. But when I make the niyat, when I make the resolution that I will stop all fizzy drinks, that is someone who makes this, who is a non-Muslim. But we being believers of Ali Muhammad, there is a niyat that we can make today. There is a resolution that we can make today. And that is from today forth, we will try to implement on the teachings of Ali Muhammad. Who will try? Those that will try, can we have a loud salawat please? Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So inshallah, from tomorrow, or shall I say from now, we all make the intention that we will follow in the teachings of Ali Muhammad. This month of sorrow, this month of remembrance of اباعبد al-Hussain, it all started with the passing of Rasulullah. Because every lecture begins and ends with the musibat of Ali Muhammad. Everything began with the passing of Rasulullah. Now I do not want to get into the debate of what happened when the Prophet of Islam passed away. But just so that you know that when the Prophet of Islam passed away, all his life he told and he taught people the azmat of Ali Muhammad. How did he tell people? Not by just speaking, but by showing people who my family is. But what did these people do after the passing of Rasulullah? That pious woman known as Zahra, whenever she would enter in the presence of Rasulullah, Rasulullah would leave his position, he would stand up and he would welcome his daughter, showing his companions, oh my companions, this is that daughter of mine, Zahra, that even I, the leader of all the prophets, even I stand for Zahra. Look at the ghurbat of Ali Muhammad, that whenever Zahra would come, the Holy Prophet would rise and he would stay standing until Zahra would sit down. When Sayyida Tahira Siddiqatul Kubra, when she sat down, the Holy Prophet sat down. But look at the musibat of Zahra, that after the passing of Rasulullah, Fatima was standing in the darbar and nobody offered her a seat. Nobody said to Fatima, oh Fatima, you are the daughter of Rasulullah, come and sit down. Not one person said to Fatima to Zahra, oh Fatima, come and sit down. You are the daughter of Rasulullah. But look, the reason why we still 1443 years later, why is it that we cry for Fatima to Zahra? Why is it that we remember her sons? Because after the passing of Rasulullah, these people arrived at the door of Fatima Zahra. Whose door is this that you ask? The door of Fatima Zahra is that door that even the angels will not enter without permission. When the Holy Prophet of Islam was about to pass away from this world, do you want to know? The angel of death, who never asks anyone for permission, the angel of death came once to the door of Fatima Zahra and he said, "Oh Zahra, I want to meet your father." Sayyida says, "Oh person, my father is not well and he is not meeting anyone." Again the angel returns. The second time, and the angel says, "Oh Fatima, I have come to meet your father." Fatima again says, "Oh person, I have told you my father is not available." When the angel of death comes a third time, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he opens his eyes and he begins to cry. Fatima says, "Oh father, why is it that you are crying?" Rasulullah says, "Oh Fatima, today the angel of death is standing at your door and he is waiting for permission to enter. This is that angel who never asks anyone for permission. But oh Zahra, oh daughter of mine, I am seeing a day when people will come to your door with fire and they will enter without permission. Alas, Azadar, oh those that have come to remember اباعبد al-Hussain, that they came after Rasulullah, that they came to the door of Fatima Zahra and they said, "Oh Fatima Zahra, send Ali out or we will burn your house down, we will burn your door." Mu'mineen, they set the door of Fatima Zahra alight. The door began to burn. The door of Fatima is burning. One person steps forward and he kicks the door. The burning door falls on Fatima Zahra. As the door falls upon Fatima Zahra, she cries and she says, "Oh my father Rasulullah, va ghurbata, va musibata, inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un." Matam Hussain, Ya Hussain, Ya Hussain.